Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel, Alicia Spiritual Guidance. I'm Alicia and I'm going to do your reading. This is going to be the before, in between the tarot and the after tarot spread. Two things. One, I live next to a freeway, and two, there's a fan going, so sorry about the background noise. Also, y'all, this spread is generally, I shuffled these cards in mind to focus on self, focus on love, so we'll see what comes up, right? I did shuffle them off camera and laid the first cards, all right? So, really, let's get into it because I'm excited. So, the before tarot, we have the Hanged Man. All right. So, I feel like in this period, before everything, right? So, if we just focus on the self, in this period of waiting, or some of you in a period of stagnation, some of you were in a period of illumination, where you were getting all these downloads and you probably didn't even know where they were coming from. So it's like I feel like you put yourself out there to gain a different perspective, maybe try new things, maybe try different things. But some of you were called, right? This is like a calling. Some of you were called. Some of you could have been looking, and I meant called by the divine, the Most High. Some of you could have been looking for purpose, passion, what's the point? Like, what's the point in life? What's the point in my journey? Again, what's my purpose? What am I here for? So you ask these questions. You ask these types of questions. What's love about? All these different types of questions that will gain you some enlightenment into the human perspective, into the perspective of you, right? And you were shown. You were given information. You were given downloads. You were giving the clarity and illumination you asked for. Thus, at the bottom of this deck, we do have the Hierophant. So I feel like with you asking these questions, wanting to gain this clarity and choosing to go on this path of enlightenment, some of you were crowned the Hierophant because of the things that you studied, the things that you read, the things that you've learned just in life in general, right? Let me shuffle these cards, see what's up. We have the Moon. Okay, more intuition. I'm like, more intuition. A lot of things happen at night. A lot of things happen in the dark. And we have the Chariot. It was meant for you to travel on this road. It was meant for you to get this enlightenment. Some of you are very intuitive individuals. And I say that because we have the King of Swords. Very intellectual individuals. Some of you, your purpose, when you're asking what's your purpose, to teach, to talk, to counsel. That's for some of you. Others of you were shown things in your dreams, were shown things through other people, could have been given clarity and enlightenment through conversations with others. And then we have the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. So when you ask those questions, right, that was like putting the word out to God, saying, God, I'm ready for the path that you have for me. I'm ready to do your will with my life instead of, my own. I'm ready for you to use me as this vessel, right? That's when the enlightenment start coming. Some of you had to, I don't think you guys could see it very good, so let me go like this. Some of you had to face a lot of things. Some of you had to face a lot of darkness because a lot of things were revealed. A lot of secrets, a lot of hidden knowledge came to you, You could have been stuck for a little bit, not understanding what to do with it, not understanding where to go here. But again, you've been given some clarity, right? Now with the in-between tarot, right, we have the Three of Cups. This Three of Cups. So when we start to transition, right, as you were transitioning, came this. First, it was a happy moment. For some of you, it could have been a happy moment. Spiritual enlightenment, I'm telling you, when you go through that spiritual awakening, it is not sunshine and rainbows. A spiritual awakening actually comes with a lot of harsh truths, a lot of harsh realities. A lot of people face depression when they go through their spiritual awakening because of the truths that are revealed, not only about themselves, but family members, people they know, people they love, things like that. So I feel like at first you're like, okay, yeah, I'm getting it. I understand. It was an exciting thing, but when then another truth hit you, and you kind of probably got a little sad. You were like, what? I don't know. I don't know if I want this. I don't know if this is something I want to continue on. So you probably got a little confused, probably emotionally discontent a little bit, just because you're like, what the heck, is it always going to be like this? What can I expect? You know, what is really going on? Because at first I didn't know, but now that I know, it's just a little too much. And at the bottom of this is the Knight of Cups. So some of you could have literally met a friend that was able to help you, talk you through it, walk you through it, or you will be. We got the Magician. Manifesting some new things, right? Also, that Magician is in between the High Priestess. Some of you definitely, I'm telling you, are coming. You're coming into your power. You're coming into your gift. Some of you could have already been in it, but it's like a whole other level of being in it, because now you really understand the part that emotions play in your gift, the part that emotion plays in your spiritual awakening. Then we have the Seven of Cups to the Eight of Cups, right? Understanding that you do have to leave some things behind, that you're coming up out of this confusion, because it's time. I'm telling you, it's time to be on the road. Knight of Swords. It's time to speak your truth. It's time to start speaking your truth. And then this is the World. It's realizations about cycles you've been in, cycles that you've endured, cycles you've been encountering for a long while. Like I said, for some of you, it's time to speak your truth. You will no longer be silenced. A lot of you probably, when it came to this spiritual awakening, I feel like some of you, your power, the abilities that you have, I think it scares some of you. I think you scare yourself knowing that you are this powerful, knowing that you have really been chosen to do powerful things. Some of you are going to be very great speakers, so you're getting it together, your speech together, how you articulate yourself, how you come across to people, and you're in, every journey, every road that you've traveled, every choice and decision that you've made, it's all going to start making sense, how everything has played a part in your life, and how that plays a part in your story, and when and who to tell it to, right? Now with the tarot, we have the Temperance. Being able to balance yourself, really being able to be in balance with yourself, but more importantly, be in tune with your guides, be in tune with God, be in tune with your angels, all that guide and protects you, be in tune with your truth. There's no more being off kilter. There's no more being emotionally unstable, because again, while you're learning the importance that emotion plays in your manifestation, in your abilities, I want to let it be known here. We have the High Priestess here. We have it here in between the Magician. So, and we had it at the beginning, the High Priest. Some of you, when I say you're very powerful, I'm telling you, you're very powerful. And then this is the Fool, not being afraid. Ignorance was blissful, but you asked and you received, so you can no longer claim ignorance. You know what I'm saying? And then at the bottom of Temperance, at the bottom of this deck too, I feel like you just been going through so much, especially when it comes to your emotions, how that has really plays an important role in you, in who you are, and you being able to do the work that you do. You need to get your emotions balanced so you can speak to whom you need to speak to, how you need to speak. unbiased, unfiltered. Again, in this moment, because now we're in this moment, right? We've transitioned through, or, we're getting out of this transitional phase. We're understanding, okay, what's getting me through to getting to this point here, getting to this point of the temperance. All right? You've been sad, you've been discontent, you've been happy, you've manifested this power, you've manifested this. Well, actually, you were chosen for this. Some of you, it was just your birthright, whatever. Not whatever, but some of you, this has just always been your purpose. So you finally come into that understanding, learning the elements, learning how things work, learning how things all work in unison when it comes to the universe, and mastering those things, those elements within you, right? That's how you get through that transitional period, is learning, going through things, learning them, mastering them, to get you to this moment of temperance, to get you to this place of temperance, to get you to a point where you can feel you are being filled by yourself. You feel yourself, you're being filled by God, your angels, all that guides and protects you. You know what I'm saying? Being covered, being grounded, being stable, not being afraid, not allowing fear to stop you, knowing how to harness and use your power that you've been given. It's been allotted to you. This is your birthright. Some of you, this really is your birthright. And then even in at this, the 7 of Cups, right? At the bottom of this deck, being able to see through these illusions. You know what I'm saying? Like, these choices no longer confuse you because you see through all of them. Every which one, where that road will lead you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can no longer claim ignorance. This 7 of Cups is just here. You can no longer claim ignorance. You can no longer claim confusion. You don't get that right. Oh my God. You don't get that right anymore. I think I read a book, there's like 7 spiritual laws. You've come in agreement with this assignment. You have to fulfill this assignment. You can't claim ignorance anymore. If you don't be worried about money, money's going to be okay. Some of you, it is going to come at a cost. A cost of where you'll have to walk away from people. People are not going to understand you. Some people might think you crazy, but those are all people that are no longer meant to be on your journey, no longer meant to be on your road. Those who you need to attract, you will attract in this time. Okay, so stop worrying about that. Stop worrying about the cost. Everything comes at a price, whether we're aware of it or not, So at least you've been given a choice to pay it, And it's not bad, it's just going to be some things you can't do anymore. Some things you won't be able to do anymore. Some things, like, they just won't sit right with you no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, karma will hit you so quick if you choose to do things that are not right, or not spiritually right. Yeah. And then we got the Queen of Wands. You know what I'm saying? And then the Magician again. I keep telling y'all, some of y'all are very, 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 very powerful individuals. I mean, like, you speak it and it is. You speak it, You've been given, like how Adam used to speak to the trees. You've been giving such power. I ain't gonna say like you Adam, you know what I'm saying? But you have a direct line to God. When you speak, when you pray, those ears are so open. So, and that is a very powerful thing, a very powerful gift to have, because that is how things are moved. Because you pray with conviction, you pray with intention. All right. Now, at the end of this all, right? The after tarot. We got, we got the Justice card. I know it's a little dark in here because the sun is going down, but it's also like 100 degrees. So I'm not turning on the light. I'm not. It's hot. So after all that, right? Boom. We got the Justice. And what did I say about you not being able to claim ignorance no more? You've chosen a side. You got to stick to it. Some of you have chosen the side to walk in righteousness. You got to stick to it. You don't get to claim ignorance because literally karma, some of you are karma. Some of you, that's what you give out. You know what I'm saying? See, some of y'all could be Libras because we have some air here. And then we got this Libra card, the Justice card. So some of you could just be Libras, period. And I feel like anybody who was born a Libra in their life, their karma was coming for somebody, whether it was good or bad, because literally it's the scales. It's balance, It is what it is. So some of you, you're not nobody's judge and you're not trying to be, but you understand right is right and wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? So once you step on the scene, once you get involved, justice will be served, however that may be. That doesn't mean that you yourself are giving it because you are not God. You don't have that power, that ability. But once you step in and get involved wholeheartedly, justice will be served just by the fact that you have put your intention on it. You know what I'm saying? Helping somebody, whatever the case may be. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Tower here, right? So the old you is done. You know what I'm saying? The old you is done. You've now come fully into your purpose and who you are and who you're meant to be. And if I just look at these cards right here, we got the High Priestess, the World, the Magician, the Tower. You cannot play these games anymore. You cannot play this. You gotta walk in your purpose. You don't get to go backwards. And if you do, it's not going to be you won't be very happy. But when I say there's been a revelation, you now see that the old you, who you were, is no longer who you are. You are who you are now in this moment, in your purpose, right? It is meant to be in your purpose. It is your birthright. It is your inheritance. And you will always be okay. Choosing to follow this path will not lead you to destruction. You do not have to be afraid of your gift anymore. You do not have to be afraid of who you are, what you're meant for. And then we got the Knight of Swords again. I'm telling you, some of you are really meant to speak. In counsel. So this could be like counselor, like therapist, teacher. I'm getting therapist, teacher. I'm also getting like motivational speaking. Anything to where you can speak into someone's life and bring edification and bring truth, unbiased. That is what you're going to do. Some of you will write. So the things you've been through can be around, forevermore. And then the Nine of Wands here. Like I said, no more being afraid. No more being on high alert. No more being on guard. You know who you are. You know what your purpose is. The ten of I'm like the 10 of, in my mind I'm thinking the 10 of cups, the 10 of swords. Your pain, your grief, if you choose to go through those stages and not stay in it, is helping you get to your breakthrough. You will reach your breakthrough. And again here, with this Temperance card, behind this Tower card, oh man, behind this Ace of Cups, this new love, this newfound truth, this new pouring into, has, I'm telling you, you are not the same person. You cannot go back to being the same person. You can't. It's here. There's no turning back from this. Some of you, this is beautiful. Don't be afraid. Those of you, if you're young and you're coming into your power, don't be afraid. I want to encourage you, use your powers for good. You know, we all have a choice here. That's why there's the scales of good and evil. But some of you, a lot of you are choosing to be on the side of justice, to be on the side of righteousness, to bring light and love into the world. Now there will always be adversity where there's light, where there's faith, where there's hope. There's always going to be somebody trying to try you. Don't be afraid of the battle. Don't be afraid anymore. You got this. And again, if I just look at all these cards here, High Priestess, World Magician to the Temperance, you've been through it. You've been through these cycles. You're in this power of being able to manifest whatever it is that you want and co-create with the universe, but really this is the master of your own abilities, the master of every element which you embody, because we embody all elements. We have that ability, and you are mastering every element within you, especially the emotional piece, right? To get to this temperance, you're literally going to be like an angelic soul here on this earth. I'm not calling you an angel. I'm saying that's the type of energy you bring, because it's going to be so peaceful, so calming, so loving, so nurturing, because that is just who you truly are in your heart of hearts. You don't wish ill or death upon nobody. You're not here to be nobody's judge. You're here to listen and not judge nobody. And if you can, speak life, speak edification into somebody. And that's what you're choosing from here on out. I know some of you probably have really been going through it, especially because with this after tarot, this 10 of Swords and this 9 of Wands lets me know you probably done been through a lot, and you've had to heal through a lot. Some of you have issues with trust, but these are things that you're working through. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the illusions that have tried to be played on you, people who have tried to get in your way, people who pretended to be your friend, you're stepping into your confidence, gaining that confidence that you need to really sit in your when I'm telling you, when God said he gonna prepare a table for you in the midst of your enemies and make your enemies your footstool, I'm telling you, that's just where it's at. And it's not a bad thing. It's not like you're not a power hungry person. You're not one of those people, but you do understand the assignment, and you do understand at this point in place in your time, or by the time you get to this position, right? Because right now we're in the tarot. By the time you get through it all, get through this grief, get through this healing, start trusting individuals, trusting your intuition and discernment, really vesseling in your right, in your gift. You ain't trying to see nobody down and doing bad. That's just not you. But you just know you can't, you can't move with them no more, and that's just what it is. Yeah. All right. That was a good one, YouTube. I know it's a little dark, but I hope you could hear me. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think.